Good morning, Miss McMurphy. Go ahead, take a seat. Hey, Doc. Thanks for having me in. What can you tell me about life in the psych ward? Well, Doc, let me tell you, it ain't easy. Back when I was at the work camp, we had to go through full days of hard labor, and we didn't have the best food and sleeping conditions as we did here. At least there, I felt like I belonged. I felt like I was worth something. Here, like with Nurse Ratchet over here, there's really good food and medicine and treatment, but we don't have anything to do. Most of the time, we're just sitting there, and we're kind of treated like dogs. You know, we don't have stuff to do. We don't have a purpose. It's all just on a strict schedule. Like we want to go against it. We want to do something with ourselves, but it just gets shot down. They ridicule us for it. You know, I wish they'd understand what we're going through, Doc. We're people. We want to be fulfilled. If we do everything they're saying, it's not gonna be worth anything. I understand, McMurphy. How do you think we can improve this experience? Well, Doc, there's a number of ways it can be improved. If that's some form of democracy, if we had some kind of input on the way we lived our lives, it would definitely help. You know, if we had some responsibility, if we could do more projects that we chose to work on and that we could put some effort into, it'd be a lot better than confining us to that damn visitors room all the day. Like the room, makes us feel like we aren't worth anything. Like we've been deemed unusable. You know, we feel like we're lesser. You know, like everything we do is seen as wrong by the staff. I think it's their way of always being right. Because a nurse ratchet always needs to be the moral superior of everybody around her. Alright, well, how would you compare the mentality of the patients to the mentality of the staff? Before I came here, all the men in here, they looked down and they took everything that come to them. You know, Ratchet's daily meetings, they don't do any therapy for the people. They keep everybody insane. They make sure nobody thinks anything of themselves, and they're both forced to turn on each other. They tear their other fellow men to bits. You know, nobody in here thought of themselves as what they were. So they're all capable men. When I took them on that fishing trip, they could all carry themselves. I gave them all responsibility, and they knew what to do. You know, while they're in here, there's no responsibility, and everybody just feels like they're worthless. You know, like being committed to this ward is like being committed to a lifetime full of shame forever. And I'd much rather have the work camp than just live in shame, just feel like I'm in the wrong all the time. But on the other hand, the staff are completely full of themselves. They always speak to us in this righteous tone, like we're little kids in kindergarten. You know, we haven't felt any respect in a long time, Doc. I wish you'd understand that. I understand you gripes, Mac, but what do you think the cost of freedom is? And what do you think the cost of safety is? You need to understand what we're trying to do here, Mac. I've never been physically threatened in the ward here. You know, it's all been good, but it doesn't make me feel better about the situation, you know. I like the way I live my life, and I want to share that with others. Like, I can see the men here, they're deprived of happiness, you know. They were never laughing before I got here. Like, I showed them how to gamble, showed them how to play cards, and I know that's not always the healthiest thing to do, but it's fun, you know. Everybody's involved. Feels very good, but the staff here just discourage everything. You know, I wish there's a way to, you know, argue with them and actually convince them to let us do anything, you know. Like, I like the way I live my life. I don't want somebody else to tell me how to do it. Don't you feel this concern has been misplaced? Your commitment to treatment is not about your immediate freedom. It's about therapeutically treating your toxic attitudes and thoughts. While you may resist, we're only working in your best interest. You should learn to appreciate that, Mr. McMurphy. You know, Doc, through a man's life, the things the man experiences as he goes through it are what determine like the way he goes through like his life. You can't replace that with any kind of therapy. You know, it doesn't. It's not right. There's too much power there. You can kind of change people to be whatever you want. I think that in order for society to work right, I think everybody should be able to base their opinions and life choices on the experiences around them, not some experiences that have been drilled into their head or indoctrinated by relentless teaching. We operate for the betterment of our patients. In no case have we made any misjudgment, and all our choices are for the sake of the patients as a whole and the staff. You have no reason to disagree with this, Mr. McMurphy. You are a sick man, and I think it will be necessary in the immediate future to administer some more treatment. I think we'll likely go with some more shock therapy, maybe not even a lobotomy to get you back up and running.
You seem upset, Mr. McMurphy. Doesn't he seem upset, Doctor? I want you to note this. You're committed, you realize. You are under the jurisdiction of me, the staff. Under jurisdiction and control.